So shall we dash over and check the Armageddon game between Aryan and Magnus?
Yes, and this game is, again, still early days, but there have been some, there has been some drama. Aryan this time has just sacrificed a piece, and he's Trilax Knights under threat right now, going for Magnus's king.
Oh, and we just see the evaluation bar slide in favor of black, and Magnus jumping in with his knight. It looks like this operation was not a good idea for Aryan.
And we see a bad bishop again. Yesterday against Nakamura, Tari was suffering in the classical game from a very bad a7 bishop. And look at that, he has the same kind of bishop, only from the white side.
Yeah, that time it was bad bishop against good knight, and it looks like it could be good knight in this game too, if black does get time now for rook g8. This is a beautiful piece on f4. It might cost white a rook. Okay, Aryan slides across with his queen, but what to do? This black rook is simply coming. A check on f6 can simply be blocked. Rook g7. Looks like one-way counterplay right now. Judah, you mentioned one bad piece makes the whole position bad. This bishop is terrible.
Well, white is in big trouble, has to defend over g2, but also the d3 pawn is under attack, and it's going to be taken, one of them.
Maybe is it time to throw caution to the wind, grab the knight, and there's no way to actually activate the light square bishop. So, yeah, big trouble actually. How are you going to defend the g2 pawn? Because if you step forward with the rook to f2, then the knight will grab the h3 pawn, and that is all over for white.
Well, probably with white I would still try to go king h1 and try to give up the g2, but I think Magnus will be not so nice to take that pawn. But d4.
And that has provoked a capture of a pawn from Magnus Carlsen. Knight's pawn is a check. The king has to move now. You want to slide in the corner.
Now can you activate the queen with e4?
Wow, that would be a lovely move, just pushing the pawn forward to try and get the queen in. The black queen is, however, tied down to the defense of her rook on d8, so got to be slightly careful. Maybe just still very good, though, Jovanka. Feels like there's something in the air for black. That white king is the more vulnerable of the two. But two threats, pawn takes knight, and a capture on e5 threatened by white. How to deal with them both? Maybe you have to give something up to get something.
Well, there is a way of maybe giving mate. What about rook e6, queen e5, rook h6? Queen c7, knight f4, rook g2 mate.
Beautiful. Magnus surely can't resist. He loves the queen sacrifice. Rook h6.
The question is that after rook d6, maybe queen h4 can be a saver.
It might be a savior, but Aryan doesn't have too much time to figure it out, and it's Magnus's move. Will he play rook d6? No, he retreats the knight. Again, very practical decision.
Okay, but a bit of a grimace on Magnus's face when he went for this knight retreat. Aryan brings his rook across, trying to sweep back to the defense.
But why didn't he take on e5?
I don't understand.
I think he just saw no hope in that endgame.
Now rook d6, and it's over.
Ooh.
The checkmate without giving up the queen.
Magnus is going to deliver checkmate once the white queen takes on e5. The black rook comes to h6, and as Judith says, there's going to be knight checks and a forced mate on the board. Magnus looks away. He knows he's got it in the bag. 2 minutes is more than enough to finish this game off. Aryan, I think he had some chances earlier, but we'll see checkmate maybe on the board now. That's a check. Another knight check. Wherever the white king goes, knight f4. This is over.
Absolutely. Impressive game by Magnus. He really knows how to level up when he needs to. And Magnus going back to his winning ways.
Do we think we'll see Aryan allow the checkmate on the board? There we go. He drops his knight back. And all white can do to postpone the inevitable is... Oh my god. Magnus was about to make an illegal move. He wanted to checkmate with his rook, but the rook was pinned. Instead, he swaps queens first. Checkmate, next move.
And, well, very impressive game by Magnus Carlsen, winning the